Hello, welcome back to Newsworthy. My name's Sam Foster, as you know. I hope you enjoyed that last tune. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. Gary Dillon to thank. Introduced him last week, won't do it again. Fact. Today we got two people in the studio, both called Lloyd, funnily enough. Lloyd Barnes and Lloyd Smith, and they're going to be talking to us about their fondness of wood. Lloyd, we'll call you Lloyd A and Lloyd B. Lloyd
I can
A.
see this becoming very confusing, actually, Sam. Let's carry on.
With Lloyd A, would you like to be called something else?
I'll copy Lloyd A. Sounds great.
Okay,
Yes.
Lloyd A. What is your favourite wood, Lloyd, and why do you like it?
Well, pine would have to be my favourite type of wood.
Smells nice, looks
It
good.
smells nice, it looks good. The furniture made from this pine is exquisite. And yes, well,
I think we've got pine in the studio right now,
I
haven't we?
think this is either pine or some kind of
It feels like pine.
feels like pine.
It's got that kind of greasy texture.
It does.
Lloyd B. What's your favourite wood and why do you like it?
I gotta say willow, because most of the equipment's made out of willow or oak, but willow, it just feels good. The strength is unbelievable.
Equipment for what, Lloyd?
Well, like axes to cut down trees, rakes, spades, you know, the handles and everything.
Yeah, definitely. So because I know you haven't known each other for long, but you've started working together on wood together. How did you find each other? Is there a wood forum that you on?
There kind of was. I'm into the pine industry, and I was making some furniture, and we needed. He came along with his axes, and he started slashing the wood.
Is it a problem that you are a pine man and he's essentially a willow man?
I think yes, that is a problem. Well, the fact he's destroyed my furniture was the number one problem, but we're friends now.
What happened there, Lloyd?
I was in my workshop one night. He came running in with his axes, swinging them around,
With his
saying,
willow?
shouting "Willow, willow, willow," and he just started chopping down.
Lloyd,
the
what do you have to
desks.
say? Lloyd B, what do you have to say about that?
Well, this pine, it is a disgrace to willow stuff, to be honest.
Is it a disgrace to wood? Would you go that far?
No, it's not a disgrace to wood. It has its uses, but there's no comparison to willow.
I'll tell you what, I'm pining for some wood. No, sorry, I'll stop with the puns. Let's carry on with the interview. Do you know any wood puns?
No, I don't think. I think you're going. This is quite a serious matter of
Very
him
serious.
destroying my furniture, and I'd just like everyone to know.
Well, I just
that
wanted to
Lloyd
get away from the
is an
domestic.
absolute disgrace. I
Oh,
can't.
get off yourself.
I can't believe you've let this guy on the radio. He destroyed
Well,
my
you
shop.
you came on together, guys. You were meant to be a
Well-
team, a woody team.
Well, I didn't expect him to be on here. To be honest, I thought you were going to have his mic switched off.
Oh, you're such a woodpecker.
Ooh.
Don't go all ornithological on me. We're talking about wood here. Don't have.
Ornithological
You know
study of
how
wood.
upset I get when these birds are
Um,
attacking the trees with their beaks, burring
Guys,
holes in my lovely furniture. Hello.
Guys, I know that this is obviously a heated subject for you, but we are live on radio, and can we get back to the subject of wood?
Go for it.
Are you going to
Okay,
be able to do
yes,
that,
I'm sure I can.
Lloyd
handle
A?
that. Yes.
Lloyd B?
Indeed.
Okay, right. Now, there's been a lot of arguments in the news about a lack of wood. What would you say to that?
I'd say build more trees.
How are we going to build more trees? Do you mean put seeds in the
No,
ground?
just build them out of bricks.
That's
Lloyd
solve our problem.
Lloyd B.
Taller buildings.
Guys, don't get into this again.
He constantly tries to hold me back. Every dream I've had. If I want to build trees out of bricks, then I will do it.
Yeah, but what will that do for the wood industry?
It will
We'd be out of
stop
business.
you being able to use your pathetic little axes on me. Is what it will be. Able
Well,
to
I've
do.
never known a
Who is
pathetic
this?
axe.
Get him out of the studio now.
Thank you, Sam.
Okay, guys, you might both have to leave in a minute if
We're
you
gonna
don't
have to
calm
leave,
down.
and I'm going to have to put his face through some
Okay,
pines.
right. Sorry about this, listeners.
Willow.
Let's move on to the
That's
next
not
tune.
funny.
Okay. It actually transpires that wasn't Day Tripper by the Beatles. What was it, Gentle George?
That was Nowhere Man.
Quite fitting, seeing as we were nowhere in guessing what that song was.
Well, I did just guess it.
Oh, Gentle George, how you crack me up. Gentle George, you are here today because obviously you trained in psychiatry, didn't you? You're a psychiatrist.
Yes, yeah.
How long have you been trained for?
Well, I started my training about 7 years ago now, and I became qualified 3 years ago.
Okay, because I know that last week we really left some impressions on people who wanted to seek some advice, and they saw this as an outlet where they could get in contact with Summer Valley FM 97.5 FM and speak to you, Gentle George, and just bounce around a few feelings, hopes, dreams, fears, etc. Okay, so our first emailer today is Ian from Doncaster, listening all the way in Doncaster. Hello, Ian.
Hello?
That's right, Dental George. Always nice to say hello, just lets people at ease.
Sorry, I thought you were talking to Ian.
Right, okay. Ian's emailed in. He's having problems with his girlfriend. She never seems to be at home, and he never knows where she is. What advice would you give Ian in Doncaster?
Well, the main question I would ask Ian is, are you sure she is your girlfriend? It's a very common symptom, girlfriendia delusion, quite common in a lot of young males. They believe to have a girlfriend or a girl who is going out with them and have never actually met them.
Why do you think that is? Do you think that's because of the pressures that society puts on people to have girlfriends, or in the case of a girl, boyfriend, or in the case of a lesbian girlfriend or a gay man boyfriend?
I think it's just crippling loneliness, to be honest, Sam.
Yeah.
I think he's obviously a very lonely man, and I'm sorry to hear that, Ian.
Okay. Okay.
Seek help.
Okay. As I said at the start of the show, we're going to be doing a special Gentle George today, which is we're largely focusing on people from Swindon who want to get in contact with the studio for obvious reasons. It's a terrible situation being there. There's lots of helplines. There's lots of outlets for those people. But we at Summer Valley FM, we just want people to know that if you are in Swindon, you can get in contact with the studio, and it'd be really nice to hear from you, because obviously we know what you're going through at the moment. Okay, our next emailer is Jim from Southport, and he's emailed in to say that he wants to keep playing sport, but he's very badly injured, and it's really making him very depressed, George.
That's a doozy, that one.
Oh, Ian, we're just gonna have to stop that. We've got our first caller, so I'm just gonna put.
Hello.
Hello. This is Summer Valley FM. You're through to the studio.
All right. Long-time listener, first-time caller. Had a bit of a problem calling, had the wrong number, but never mind.
What's your name, buddy?
Oh, the name is Dave.
Dave. Hello, Dave. You're in the studio with Sam Foster and Gentle George.
Hi.
Oh, brilliant. I just wanted to say quickly, I'm from Swindon.
Oh, well, it's brilliant that you got in contact with the studio. What advice could you give him, Gentle George? Because no one wants to be in that situation, and it's a very difficult one to be in.
Yeah, this really is a career maker or breaker right here. I mean, a lot of people are caught in Swindon, and it's just a hideous place.
Because the things going on there at the moment, it's just unbelievable, isn't it?
It really is. What I could suggest, Dave, can you hear me?
Yeah.
How often do you take holidays?
Oh, well, I get away as often as I can, but it's quite hard to get through, like, the barricades and that.
Yeah.
So I'd say about once every 8 years.
How long have you been addicted to drugs, Dave?
What's that?
How long have you been addicted to drugs?
Oh, well, just going on 21 years. Going on 21 years.
It's terrible.
I'm 20 years of age.
Yeah.
So I'd say it's 20 years and 9 months about, yeah.
Okay, Dave. Okay. Well, I just want to say it's very brave of you to get in contact with the studio, because, as part of this show, I've gone to Swindon, I've done some research, and the one prevailing factor I notice is that people don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I mean,
whether that be because they're scared, or maybe
people don't like grasses. I mean, I'm probably going to be murdered for calling the show.
Well, Dave, you've got complete anonymity here. I've pronounced that word wrong. I pronounced that word wrong. I pronounced that word wrong. Don't worry, Dave. They only know your first name.
I'm the only Dave in Swindon.
And that is just one of the other problems. So, Gentle George, because we're going to have to go on to our next emailer now. George, if you could say one last thing to Dave, what would it be?
Run.
Just run. Okay, Dave, thanks very much for getting in contact with the studio. It's people like you that make this show. I hope you're still around. I hope you're still here
there's
next
a Jeep
week.
coming towards me now. So.
Okay, Dave, all right, see you later, mate.
I'd best go, bye.